Hello, my friend. You're listening to the Sort Yourself Out podcast. This week, we're discussing my favorite programming technique, visualization, and how to visualize successfully. I'm your host, Janine Hunt, natural health therapist for over 30 years, hypnotherapist, lifelong student, and spiritual seeker. I like to seek out the most effective practices and techniques that provide the greatest bang for my buck and the fastest route to freedom from whatever is holding us back. I can't wait to share with you these powerful techniques so that you too can sort yourself out, know deeper meaning in your life, and best of all, a sense of inner peace. So let's get started. Well, hello there, and thank you so much for joining me today. Tell me, do you practice visualization yet? I hope so, because it is the best way to program both your mind and to manifest your future goals. Now, visualization is not just some fruity, airy-fairy mumbo-jumbo. It is a proven technique that is practiced by athletes, musicians, business people, those in the healing professions, basically anybody who wants to enter into the realms of peak performance. So check this out. There was a study at the University of Chicago in the 80s where a sports psychologist split basketball players into 3 groups. So students in the first group practiced free throws every day for an hour. Those in the second group visualized themselves making free throws, and those in the third group did nothing. Now, at the end of the month, they tested the students again. So the first group, who had physically practiced, had improved their initial scores by 24%. The second group, who had visualized, had improved by 23%. And the third group showed no improvement. So I think that is amazing. The group who visualized their shots improved nearly as much, only a 1% difference, as those who actually performed them. So this is because the subconscious mind cannot tell the difference between real or imagined events. Now, visualization works on several levels. On the physical level, visualization creates new neural pathways in the brain to establish new habits, patterns of behavior, and of thinking, whilst the old undesirable ones die from lack of use. So repetition is really important here because it takes time and repetition to establish new neural pathways in the brain. We have built the habits that we want to get rid of by repeating them over and over, sometimes for many years. So we need to be patient and committed to practicing visualization every day if we want to see results. And on a metaphysical level, visualization, also known as using the creative imagination, is the creative force behind all of manifested reality, macrocosmic and microcosmic. Now, I'm going to repeat that as it's a whopper. Visualization is the creative force behind everything that has ever manifested on the physical plane. The ageless wisdom teaches that energy follows thought. And this is a universal principle. It is a universal law, and it applies whether you want to create a solar system if you're really thinking big, or have delusions of grandeur, or if you just want to drop a couple of pounds or become more confident or realize that long-held dream. Because all is energy, And when we visualize, we are stepping down energy from the high frequency vibration of an idea or a thought to the lower vibration of the dense physical plane reality. So when you visualize, you are creating a thought form by energizing the idea on the mental plane. You are formulating it and creating the blueprint for what you want to materialize. You are literally impressing the idea on the substance of the mental plane. Then you feel it in your emotional body, bringing it one step lower into the denser matter of the emotional plane. And as you repeatedly nourish the idea, you are programming and sweeping into motion the elemental substance of the physical plane so that your goal can manifest in the physical reality, aka your life. Neato. So, as Edgar Cayce said in his book on the Akashic Records, thoughts are things. Thoughts are literally deeds in the mental realm that influence the material world. Now, I doubt that you've got create a solar system on your to-do list, but as we're talking about a universal principle, the ancient truism, as above, so below, applies. According to the law of analogy, the creative process is the same for an entity wanting to create a solar system or for a wee little human wanting to create a garden or invent a new gadget. Now, I want to give you my top tips on how to visualize. I've also put these into my Visualization Essentials Guide so that you can download it and easily get started on creating the things you want in your life. It's my no fluff, all you need to know essentials to start consciously creating your ideal life today. So you can get that at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO44. Those are the numbers for 4, and I'll put a link in the show notes. And now this guide contains much more than what I'm about to cover next, okay? So do go get it. There's lots of great info in there. So, visualization tip number 1, define your goal. What do you want to achieve? Maybe you want a new house or a new job, better relationships, or you want to attain your ideal weight. Work out the specifics and the details of what you want. Number 2, always visualize as if your desire were already a reality. So see yourself having, doing, or being the thing you want to bring about as if it's already happened. Tip number 3, see what you'll see, hear what you'll hear, and feel what you'll feel when you've achieved your goal. So in your visualization sessions, make it big, bold, bright, and colorful and audacious. Don't play small. Really go for it. Tip number 4, as Neville Goddard says, assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled. So this means to feel the emotions you will feel when you've achieved your goal. Try to feel the excitement and the enthusiasm in your body. Tip number 5, repetition is so important for reprogramming your mind to achieve your goals. Henry David Thoreau said, "As a single footstep will not make a path on the earth, so a single thought will not make a pathway in the mind. To make a deep physical path, we walk again and again. To make a deep mental path, we must think over and over the kinds of thoughts we wish to dominate our lives." So allow yourself a few minutes, a couple times, once, twice, or thrice a day, every day for your visualization sessions. You don't need long, but that repetition of a few minutes throughout the day will really supercharge your visualization sessions and your ability to manifest what you want in your life. Tip number 6, this one is really helpful. Get into a relaxed state before you visualize. This makes you receptive. It enables you to override resistance and allow the message to be accepted by the subconscious mind. Now, I discussed this in last week's episode, so you might want to go back and listen to that one if you haven't already. Tip number 7, download my Visualization Essentials Guide for lots more info on how to visualize successfully. Again, you can get that at theinspirationcloud.com/SYO45, and you'll find the link in the show notes. Now, if you're interested in taking your well-being to the next level and being better than happy, why don't you sign up to the waitlist for my upcoming Inner Circle membership? I've been talking about this for ages, I know, but you know what it's like. Things always take longer than you think. But I'm getting there, and it's getting so close. So the Inner Circle is a monthly membership where I'll be teaching my most powerful top-down techniques to sort yourself out, to free yourself of your hang-ups and blockages, to take charge of your mind, and to nourish your soul. If you've been listening to this podcast, you'll know that I'm all about giving you the tools you need to transform your life. And in the Inner Circle, there will be mini courses, hypnosis sessions, guided meditations, EFT tapping videos, neurolinguistic programming techniques, mindfulness training, the ageless wisdom teaching, and so much more. So that wherever you are on your path to greater well-being, you can start right there and then take the next step when you're ready. You'll have all the tools, practices, and techniques that you need to not just heal your life, but to make it more meaningful, fulfilling, peaceful, and beautiful. That is better than happy. And I'm making this transformation process enjoyable for you using these really fun and engaging animated videos that you're going to love. So it's not going to be boring slideshows and talking head videos with my head there going blah, blah, blah. Seriously, you're going to love learning this way. It's so fun. So if you're ready to transform your well-being and be better than happy and would like to be kept informed, go on over to theinspirationcloud.com/membership to get on the wait list, and I'll keep you in the loop. Okay, my friend, that is all for today. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. I really do appreciate it. So take care, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for listening to the podcast. I really hope you found it helpful and full of uplifting ideas that you can put into practice in your life. And if you have, chances are your friends and family will too. So please share it with them on social media. You'll be helping them to sort themselves out, because I bet you think they need it, right? But seriously, you'll also be doing me a huge favor, and I will be eternally grateful for your generosity. It would also be lovely if you would leave me a review on iTunes, preferably a nice one, please. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast while you're there. If you have any questions or would like me to address a certain topic, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at info@theinspirationcloud.com. Have a good one, folks. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.